Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Toby. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for, he wanted my thoughts on a video that was made from Adam Was Here about the locations of the Blair Witch Project. Now, I will say anytime I look at these location videos, there's always a part of me that wishes it was Sean Clark, because I do think he's the best at doing that. For those who don't know Sean Clark, he had this show called Horror's Hallowed Grounds that were on a lot of the early Stream Factory releases. I think Halloween 2 and 3, The Fog, I think The Howling, a few other releases. For some reason, they don't use Sean Clark anymore. As Sean puts it, they don't want to pay him anymore. So they get cheaper people and they get cheaper results. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see him do more, and I would love to have seen him done The Blob, 1988, that Street Factory release, and they should have got him to do all, at least horror, all those releases, but what can you do? But anyway, this is on YouTube for free, and I will say it was still interesting to watch, because I am a huge fan of the Blair Witch Project from 1999. Still love that film. It was nice to see what stuff looked like, at least in this case in 2021 in Maryland. The places they go to, the Hillside Hotel, the hotel that the Heather, Josh, and I stayed at. It's funny that the person working at the hotel, they never even heard of the Blair Witch Project, so, this person's working at this place that's a location for this movie. Pretty popular movie, and the person has never even heard of it, but that's just how little that film gets talked about nowadays. I mean, that film should have like a big mega deluxe special edition, bells and whistles of documentaries and featurettes, and I mean, we would think that for Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course, Evil Dead, but Blair Witch Project never got that, which is strange. I mean, yeah, if you have the DVD, Blu-ray, there's a commentary track, but a few deleted scenes, but it'd be nice to just have the whole shebang, all the deleted footage that still hasn't seen the light of day. Although I do have a cut of the film that's like 2.5 hours long. Granted, mostly one scene that didn't need to be in there, but there's a lot of nice little extra things in there too. It's interesting to see the inside of the hotel, how things have changed. The walls are a bit more red, so to speak. You have the Burkville sign, which I think is a new one, because I think back in the day people stole the old one. That's why the town for a while hated the movie, but now that things have calmed down and no one ever brings it up, I think people are more accepting of it. So these guys, my only issue is that the two guys, they're fine, but there's not much to them. There's not much humor or chemistry. It's not really the hosts. It's more the location, seeing how they are. I mean, they seem like nice enough guys. It just, there's not much to say about them other than that. It's cool that they find the cemetery, and there's still this big pile of dirt that was there back where they filmed, because I think they filmed in 1997, and then came out in 99. So when Heather's like doing this bit where she talked to the camera, you see this big pile of dirt at the back of the cemetery, and it's still there to this day, which is interesting. They find the supermarket where they bought supplies. Also where the old guy in the movie's interviewed. Now the store's changed a bit. It's called Stoops Market, and there's a new owner who bought it in 2001. The diner where the characters eat for a little bit is now a landscaping company. It's been that way for the past 4 years, so that's completely changed. What's very cool about this, they got some of the people from the movie who live in the area. So, for example, the mom and the baby, where the mom is just talking and the baby's like, "No, no, no, I'm just making it up. It's just a story. It's not a story." You see how they are today. Like the mom looks the same. She looks exactly the same. The daughter is now grown up. She's now in her 20s, which is crazy to think. I mean, it's been what? I mean, this was 2021, so 99, 22 years. I don't know how old she was, 5. Even if that, so that means she's 26. And pretty good looking, I'll say. The 26-year-old, not the baby. The 26-year-old. This ain't fucking Hollywood. Hollywood say the baby looks good. Me, the 26-year-old looks good. And the baby's named Ingrid. I think if you actually listen closely, she says her name in the movie. The mom says the baby's name Ingrid. So it's kind of cool to see. And the mom, she seemed like very nice, very courteous. Hey, let me help you out. This is where it was. A few years ago, there was this big festival, like event. And hey, you want to talk to the fisherman guy? The Ed Swanson? Where the Blair Witch, Heather, Josh, and Mike, they met the two fishermen, and they're arguing, and the one guy's like, "Oh, that's bullshit." That guy, that's Ed Swanson. They're like, "Oh, okay," and then she calls up, "Hey, some guys are doing this. You want to come on by?" And then it was cool. It was kind of interview too, because I believe they actually have a full interview with her on the guy's channel. But even within it, it's like she talks about how her and the baby had gotten off a train and had gone into this diner, and she overheard these kids talking about a project they were doing for a college, because that was the job that Heather, Josh, and Mike were supposed to do. Was the filmmakers told them, go to this area, say you're doing a project for a college, ask about the Blair Witch, we have an actor planted, go find them, but at the same time, see what anybody else says. If anybody else wants to talk to you, what they say. So the mom was a teacher, and she's like, "Oh, I feel bad. These kids they're not finding anybody. Hey, you know what? I'll say something." Then she's like, "Well, I don't know anything about it." And then apparently Heather Dye was like, "Oh man," because they haven't found the person they're looking for. But they're just, "Well, I'll just say something." Really? Yeah, I'll just say something. Because she thought she's a teacher, she's helping out these students. I'll say some stuff, you can edit it however you want. And then she told this story that she made up on the fly. And apparently the reason the baby is like, "No, mom, no." Apparently the baby was having a panic attack. Because something that happened to the baby long even before that. I guess I never really think babies, kids of that age would have panic attacks, but I guess so. And then they do also meet Ed Swanson, who he almost looks the same as well, and he had no fishing license, so they couldn't really have anything on there, because if they get caught, they get fined and stuff. He helps them find a coffin rock, and they see the place is actually a handprint on there. There's a bit in the movie where they drive by and there's this storage shack. It's actually a red storage shack. The two guys who actually go towards it, we get to see a bit inside it. That was neat to see. Sally, the house at the end of the movie, has been torn down 5 years after the film. 5 years after the film, the house was torn down, which that's too bad. So that house is long, long gone. But they see the spot and a little bit of remains. Where, I mean, there's barely anything left. I think the last stop is the place where Heather's place would be, and the place where Mike's place would be, the house. I would say it was cool to watch. Again, being a fan, seeing what these locations look like nowadays, having interviews with the mom and the daughter and the fisherman guy. That's what I mean. It'd be great to see a documentary where they interview each of these people. But no, we can't have that. I mean, we could have a fucking long-ass documentary about, what was that movie? What the fuck? Some movie no one's ever heard of, but Blair Witch Project? Of course not. Don't ask me why. You think like the 10th anniversary or the 20th anniversary, 2019, technically, what, next year would be the 25th anniversary? Yeah, 99. 99, 2009, 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, 25th anniversary. Fine, can we get someone for the 25th anniversary? So this was cool to see. Like I said, the two guys, they were fine. It just, you know, there's not much there. Again, I do miss Sean, a Sean Clark type of guy who would give a bit of personality and demeanor to the whole thing. It showed how talented he was. He was a good host for these places. He maybe even put a little bit of humor here and there. Like the bits where he would fight with Robert Russell, the actor, because the actor would keep going. It was a playful thing. How come you're not doing Elm Street 2? But this is still cool to see. Like, so if you like the Blair Witch Project like I do, I would say give this a watch. Again, it's on Adam Was Here. Pretty lengthy, but pretty thorough as well. And they pretty much hit all the spots you could think of, and I do appreciate that. Like I said, I do appreciate the interviews as well. So, brings a little bit even more of a additional spice to the things, to the proceedings. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.